Hello guys, welcome to another episode of INAY, where I review random subreddits because I didn't ask you anything. I'm too lazy to do an intro, so let's have a look. Today, as you can see, we're doing r/entitledparents. Let's go. Right. EM fights me and gets arm broken. Okay. Don't want the zinger. No. Our family walks and is scared of two dogs. English is third language of. Actually, not. I'm gonna check the newer, the better ones almost. EM entitled mother, I think that is, parks an extra car in my space just because I own a bike, and it doesn't mean I need much space. So I'm gonna read the little stories because I think it'll get it more detail. Okay. I live in a residential building in India, and we are allotted only one parking space per flat. So when I went down to buy essential items, I came back to find my parking occupied and immediately called the security. He went and fetched the owner of the car. Of the car and low. O. Enter the entitled mother. I asked her to move her car as I need to park my bike there. She told me that since I own a bike I don't need to park it outside, and her son deserves the parking for his new car. I refused to budge and demand that she takes the car out, or else that I will proceed legally if she doesn't move out. She did so and moved the car, but not without calling me Maloo and then moving her car. She is a North Indian and has in fact settled in my state, and yet has the courage to call me so. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look. Oh, not I posted this originally on IITA because there are no COVID rules, a mod told me it would go better here. My personal conflict with my neighbour Karen. God's sake, the living definition of an entitled mum just missing their hair. I agree. Is that she thinks that having a doctor, me living nearby means that she has access to free checkouts and formulas. I found about this pretty soon after moving in, and since then I had constantly refused her calls and visits or whatsoever, and can only help in cases of emergency. Normally one of the kids getting a deep cut, or the small one having a particularly bad asthma crisis. For her this is not enough, and we have at least 2 clashes per month about me not doing my job for free, ignoring my oath. People love invoking the Hippocratic oath when they want free things and blah blah blah. With this intro you can imagine how life has been with COVID around, and it got to its breaking point some nights ago. Apart from the pandemic, my country is in the middle of the rainy season, meaning you can get any other kind of respiratory virus as easily as the coronavirus, if not more but obviously we always have to think in the worst possibility. God, how long is the story? To be honest, I'm just going to read it all because, yeah, God, we're already at 5 minutes. I might have to make this a part 2 to look at some more. 3 days ago, Karen came to my door at 7 p.m. saying her kids were coughing, had a fever of 39 degrees Celsius, and the small one, the one with the asthma, was wheezing. Without opening the door, I told her that she needs to take them to the nearest hospital immediately, but she refused because she didn't want to expose herself or the kids in the ER. She wanted me to see them, or him. Yeah, he wanted me to see them, verify if they had the virus. She seemed to think I could do that just with a physical examination. Sneeze. Hold on, let me find it. And give her a formula for their new inhaler because the usual one was not working on the kid. I said no because the kids could have COVID. Small chance, but still possible, as I know they have been going out a lot, as they needed to be properly tested. Even if it came out negative, it was obvious her kid would need more than an inhaler for the crisis he was having. There was a lot of bantering between the two of us, which quickly escalated into both shouting and her slamming my door. Thank God it is made of metal, and threatening to sue me. And I knew this was pointless, so I escaped into my room and put my noise cancelling headphones. Who knows how long she was out there shouting at my door, but in the end she took the kids to the ER. As far as I know, the big one is back at home, but the small one is hospitalised. I don't know COVID status of neither of them. Gossip goes fast in this neighbourhood, and I already found out from some friends that Karen is bad-mouthing me, with many of the neighbours taking her side. I also told this story to one of my colleagues, and he said I should have at least seen the child. If he was as bad as the kids described, if it was bad as she described, I still believe examining the kids without the resources to treat them would have just pointlessly exposed me to a possible positive case, even if I wore the few biosafety clothes I had in my house. I recognise my past story with Karen could be clouding my judgment, but that doesn't mean this woman entitlement on another. Yeah, woman entitlement is on another level. Thanks for reading, guys. TLDR. Karen wants me to do a medical examination of her sick kids instead of taking them to hospital. Oof. Okay. Go back. Oh, yeah. Look. Assaulting her grandchild. Let's see which one will be, good. I'm gonna claim I stole her valuables and court. I'm just gonna read down from the top as I have been. Right. Just checking if there's one. I'm just gonna read right this part. Another Karen great. This takes place before meat prices skyrocketed, but price still started this. For those who don't know, a carniceria is a usually Mexican meat market. The small problem is that the prices are a little higher than they are at chain markets. The trade-off that is the meat has a better variety. Anyways, I go there every now and then for some awesome snacks, but there's never been a problem until about mid-April. I'm just gonna get it's much easier. Right, move it a bit so I can see the screen easier. I walk in and I'm browsing the chips as I usually do. I see a normal looking white mum and her kids walk in. I keep browsing. The trouble started when the first kid spoke, "Mummy, can we have this?" The second kid spoke, "I want this too." I know spoiled brats when I see them, so I retreat down the aisle at a bit to avoid them as much as possible. Item after item the kids pick up asking are refused, and the item is misplaced on the shelf. Soon the mom starts caving in. She reaches the meat counter and starts her order. The problem is her first words aren't, "Yes, I'm ready. Can I have their..." No, can I have? They are, "Turn that Mexican poop down." The poop she is referring to is the kid worker's soft banda playing in the background. He sighs and turns it off. She browses the meat and thinks aloud, "Why are the prices so darn high?" The kid responds, "Because we know that the source of the meat is better than Ralph's, and the prices are high because the quality is high." He sounded like he'd come across this before. Karen semi-angrily says, "Are you kidding me? You Mexicans are all the same. Prices are high and quality is low." Okay, not long left. Kid tries to hide a smile and clearly waiting to say what was coming all day, and says, "Listen, lady, I'm Salvadorian, and I know where the meat comes from because my puppy and I go to Tia's farm every Saturday to get the meat for the upcoming week. You want to know the name of the pork you're standing next to? Bruno." The lady stepped a little back from Bruno and went on into a racist rant about Mexicans. She meant Latinos, but was too white to know that word, and her kids started to go nuts. Soon, who I'm guessing was Puppy, comes out from the kitchen. There was a taquera in the store. Starts asking in Spanish what this person is complaining about. The colourful secret conversation and the crazy white rant are going on at the same time, and I'm losing it. Now I'm a tall teen, and the Karen sees me poking out a little above the shelf. She sees I'm white, but I'm part Latina too. She tells me to defend her. I look at Pappy and say in Spanish, Can you believe her? She thinks I'm going to defend her." The pair of guys start laughing, and Karen is yelling at me for using their secret language against her. I tell her that I don't appreciate her telling off Latinos, and if she had a problem, just go to Ralph's and leave Bruno alone. The kid tells his dad the gist of what I'd said, and they laugh harder. Karen's crotch goblins are going nuts. Karen is fuming, and me and the Latinos are laughing like there's no tomorrow. Finally, she grabs her kids and leaves. Pappy goes to the register, still laughing, and lets me off with my sweet chili Doritos for free. That was a good day. TLDR, White Karen is racist to
kind of serial workers and think I'm white enough, so she tries to get me on her side. Reveal my Latino part and tell her off. Right, I'll do one more, and I might have to end the episode there to do a part 2. Just checking how long this is, because most of the stories so far. This might be the longest. It might be the shortest, so I'm just gonna go straight to the TLDR. Oh, there isn't a TLDR. I'm just gonna search for a shorter one because there's a high chance there isn't much long left. Well, I'll just end the episode there, because seemingly I can't find one that's good or short enough to read, so... Right, so, like if you want a part 2. Peace, mates. Squids. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is OrganicSquid, and I still don't know whether to call you mates or squid, so bye, squiddy mates. Matids,